One of the most exciting things about new Pokemon games being released is the new Pokemon. In a lot of cases, the new Pokemon they announce also bring something cool and new to the table, whether it be new abilities, moves, stats, or even typings. One thing that happens a lot for me personally is mixing up some of these new Pokemon typings, and it's really hard to keep track of all the new combinations that, in my opinion, just tend to not make sense sometimes. That's why today I will be covering my top 5 mistyped Pokemon in Sun and Moon. Please remember that this list is going to be my own opinion and you may have different thoughts, so be sure to leave those down in the comment section below, and also be sure to leave any types you may have mixed up down there as well. With all that being said, let's get right into the video.
Rolling, I can never get enough. I've been up too long and I way too drunk, but we straight up in it and we feeling.
First up, I want to talk about Comfey. When I first saw this thing, I honestly was pretty shocked that it wasn't a grass type. I guess it was the Flabebe effect, since back in Kalos, I could have sworn that Flabebe was a grass and fairy type. Back to Comfey though. Just taking a look at its move pool, it's littered with various grass type moves. Most notable are Leech Seed, Petal Dance, Grassy Terrain, and Petal Blizzard. Also, just by looking at its design, it's covered with flowers, and it even gets a move called Floral Healing. You know, floral as in flower, like the things that have grass typings. Roselia. My only thought is they didn't want it to be quad weak to poison, which would justify it a little bit, but not enough to satisfy me. Accelerocking its way up next on this list is the Lycanroc Midnight form. I can understand the midday form being a solid rock type, but seriously they missed a huge opportunity on this one. The Midnight form would have been a perfect candidate for the dark type since it evolves at night and is literally the evil twin of the midday form. Plus, it just looks like a sinister and evil Pokemon in my opinion. I mean, look at its face. He's just waiting to catch you in the back streets and rough you up. Also, going back to the evolving at night thing, it would only make perfect sense since we already have Pokemon that evolve at night that are dark types like Eevee and even Sneasel. I just think it's not fair that it seems like he got the weak end of the stick. Coming into the third spot on this list is the Ultra Beast Nihilego, or Nihilego? Nihilego? Or however the fuck you say this thing's name. To me, this thing just strikes me as a giant floating squid, so I'd imagine it having the water typing. Unfortunately for me though, I was pretty far off. You see, Nihilego is actually a rock and poison type. Someone please tell me where the rock type comes into this thing. It's literally a floating ball of jelly that doesn't look hard at all. Even fairy would have been more suitable to this thing. I just still can't understand where the rock type came from. Claiming the next spot on this list is the sea cucumber Pokemon Pyukumuku. This one isn't necessarily as major as the others, but it's still one that I would have liked to see. Pyukumuku is based on a sea cucumber, but while not all sea cucumbers are poisonous, there's still a pretty good number of species that are even just a little toxic. That's why I would have at least liked to see this thing have the poison typing. Plus, it can spit its organs out. Imagine it spraying you with its stomach acid juices and melting your face off. I could also see this thing being part fighting, as when it spits its guts out, it usually does so just to beat your face in with them by making them into a fist. So the last Pokemon I want to talk about having an odd typing is Toucannon. Now, at first normal flying seemed to make a lot of sense, but as I looked into it I started to question why it wasn't a flying fire type. Even its Pokedex entries seem to point to it having the fire typing. In Pokemon Sun, it says when it battles, its beak heats up. The temperature can easily exceed 212 degrees Fahrenheit, causing severe burns when it hits. As well as its signature move being Beak Blast, where it heats its beak up to such high temperatures that any Pokemon making physical contact gets burnt just by touching it. Just because it doesn't have flames on its body doesn't mean it can't be a fire type, right? I mean, we have Talonflame, and it doesn't have flames. Also, if you look at its beak, it's kind of like a temperature gauge, with the tip being the hottest, and when you use the Beak Blast move, you can see the entire beak heating up. WTF, Game Freak? That's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did, make sure to show some love to that like button down below, as your support is greatly appreciated. Also, if you enjoyed and would like to see more content from me, then you can always hit that subscribe button below to stay up to date with all my latest uploads and everything that I do, and make sure to ring that bell for notifications on whenever I upload a new video. But that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.